It's time!
I'm a champion now. If you thought I was a pain in the ass before, you got no idea what you're in store for.
Who the fuck is that guy?
The Doctor and the Driver podcast
starts now.
Welcome to episode 14 of The Doctor and the Driver. This is the driver, Gage, joined by my co-host, the Doctor, and producer of the show, Alex.
Howdy.
What's up? How you doing, man?
Doing good. We were blessed last night.
It
Feeling
worked.
good.
It worked.
It worked out. I was so scared the whole time. I was like, dude, watch this. Like, get fucking killed.
Something.
Dude, as soon as what's-his-face tested positive,
Jacare.
when that news came out, I was like, oh, fuck, dude. They might scrap this whole bitch.
Yep. Even on fight day, I was like constantly like refreshing like MMA news. I'm like,
Yeah.
This thing could just fall apart.
Yeah. Like instantly, this like could get pulled out.
Yeah, I was like, any second this could possibly fall apart. And then, ESPN and people kept posting like fight day, like yada yada, and odds. I'm like, it's looking good. We're looking good. But still, I was a little nervous. The meme I posted on my Instagram story is so perfect. Like the Spider-Man 2 meme. Remember in Spider-Man 2 when Spider-Man saves the train? He spiderwebs 1 billion on the left, 1 billion on the right, and he holds. And he stops the train and he like passes out.
Yeah.
And they like crowd surf him. They go, careful, he's a hero.
Yeah.
Right? As he's passed out. It said the meme said like MMA fans this morning, and it was like careful, he's a hero. But they had Dana White's head on Spider-Man.
Oh damn, that's good.
It was really good.
Clever.
Yeah, it worked, dude. And it was awesome. It was awesome.
Crazy funny.
The event lived up to the hype. Like the very first fight, I was so excited. It was a little boring with Span. We'll talk about that later. But almost every fight was thoroughly enjoyable for sure.
Oh yeah.
So for episode 14 tonight's show, we're gonna obviously talk about UFC 249, which happened last night. Spoiler alert: it was really, really, really good. At least to me, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then we're going to talk about the card on the 13th and the 16th. Not like crazy detail, but we'll give maybe short little predictions and things like that. And then a couple MMA news things, recent stuff that's popped up. And that's about it. Is that it for you, Alex?
UFC's back. We're ready.
UFC
we're going.
Officially back. And it worked. Production quality was good. Everything was fine. Everything was good. So that's what we got in store for tonight. But before we start, I want to thank two of our new sponsors, our first sponsors. We landed two of them, so it's kind of cool. So I'll go ahead and plug our first one, which is Schismatic Industries. They're a jiu-jitsu apparel company. They specialize in gi and no-gi apparel designed to make you perform and look your best on the mats. The Instagram handle is at Schismatic_Industries. And to spell that is SCHISMATIC_INDUSTRIES. And Alex will put this in the description and stuff too, the links. And then their website is schismaticindustries.com. They're sending us some stuff. They're sending us a couple rash guards for Alex and myself to test out and try, and then we can certainly plug the quality. I had a pretty decent chat with the man, and seems as legit as it can get. I mean, I'm very impressed with what I've seen before we start chatting. So hopefully we get some stuff in the mail and can try the rash guards out and see how they work training and all that stuff, how comfortable they are and all that shit. So pretty excited. So big shout out to new sponsor, Jiu-Jitsu apparel, gi and no gi, Schismatic Industries. So thank you to them. And also we want to give a thank out to the next sponsor, which is Guardian Oil. and you can find them on Instagram. Their handle is at Guardian Oil. That's TRYGUARDIANOIL. Yeah, pretty simple to spell. So all one word at Guardian Oil, and their website is tryguardianoil.com. So what they are is it's an oil that keeps your skin healthy and clean, and they believe that taking care of the skin and keeping it healthy, fresh, and soft. So they also have a package in the mail for us. They were kind enough to send us a big a big box full of bottles of the stuff that we can try and probably give some out, and then they talked about maybe eventually giving us some gear. I know they got tank tops and shirts and stuff like that, coffee mugs. So, and maybe we might do like listener giveaways, stuff like that. So that might be cool. Promo code stuff maybe in the future, but I'm excited to try the product. Again, it seems nice. Sounds like you spray it on after you train, and like cleanses, basically keeps you safe and clean before you can get to a shower. It's not a shower replacement, but something, especially like if you're at a tournament, multiple matches, maybe there's not a shower after the tournament and you got to drive all the way home, depending on how far you travel. I know my last tournament, I drove almost 2 hours away. So maybe throw some garden oil on, and helps prevent staph, ringworm, athlete's foot, jock itch, even acne, which is pretty impressive. And it's 100% natural essential oil. So shout out to Garden Oil at Try Guardian Oil. So we're looking forward to trying your product, and we're looking forward to hopefully working with you more in the future.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So we're going to dive into this card. So just sum it up. Thank you, Schismatic Industries. Check them out. Get some apparel. Hit me up. Maybe I can hook it up. Maybe we can work something out since we are working together now. And also Garden Oil, shout out. So let's dive into this fight card.
Well, so you want to do it like in order?
Listen, I'm ready. I'm gonna take off my Schismatic Industries rash guard, lather up some garden oil, get fresh and ready, and we're going to dive in and talk about the card.
We're going to talk about this historic, dude. I guarantee it broke pay-per-view numbers. They haven't come out yet. It had to have.
Think so,
dude?
I'm skeptical.
I think it did. People were I know they had records. It broke all the records for pre-bought fights.
Really?
So not what the fuck was it exactly? It was
maybe not like days before people had already purchased.
Yeah, it was like double. They had double the pre-fight buys that they've had for the past like 5 pay-per-views.
Oh.
So I would assume that it'll be one of the top viewed pay-per-views ever.
I don't know, man.
I don't. I bet it doesn't. You're losing all those bars that buy.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a big one.
It sounds like that's mostly a U.S. thing, though. From what
Eddie said.
What Eddie told us, that's kind of just a American thing.
Well, I mean, there's no way it breaks any Conor McGregor card. I don't think.
I guess we'll find out.
I mean, I'm excited to find out. I couldn't care less. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so. It doesn't matter either way. You're an idiot if you didn't buy it.
There's nothing else to watch, and it delivered. Like sometimes there'll be a stacked card, and the fights kind of suck. The fights last night were awesome. They were really, really good.
Yeah.
So we can talk about them in order. I got the card pulled up here. What was the first fight? Span and Alvey.
So if you remember last episode, me and Gage picked our picks. I did pretty well.
Yeah, you did.
I won money. I did pussy out though, like on some of my own fights though. Whenever it came to betting time, whenever you throw the dollar signs down.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I came out in the green column after last night, which was fun for me.
I did not.
Yeah.
Once I lost my parlay had Watterson in it, I didn't throw another one up.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, my take on it was it was an all right fight. I mean, if it wasn't the first fight in like over a month, I'd probably been really disappointed. But it was the first fight of the night, so I was just like excited in general. But it was kind of like, I mean, they were just it wasn't.
I mean, considering how big a favorite Span was, he only pulled it out split decision. Like,
Which I didn't. I didn't agree with it. I agree with the score of the two judges, but I thought it was pretty clear cut that was the score. I can't believe someone gave Alvey 2 rounds. I was very surprised.
Yeah.
But not a whole lot to talk about there. They both looked okay. Span looked better. Span started being real lumbery late in the third round. He would throw a shot and get real lazy, and Alvey was able to hurt him a couple of times. Alvey won the third round that way for sure, but other than that, it was just kind of a, Span did more. He almost had that head and arm choke standing, which is pretty cool though.
Yeah, and he burned out his arms early.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I didn't think at first I'm like, all right, what's he doing here? I was like, maybe he's going to work a trip and hope to like land here in a mount or something. But I did not think squeezing that hard standing was going to do anything. But I think, I mean, obviously it didn't, but I think I'm wrong because I do think Alvey started to look like he was going out. I was like, oh shit, this is working. Like,
yeah.
He looked like
super red.
Yeah, and then you could hear him. He couldn't breathe with the shit, and his eyes he was like 1,000 yards staring. I'm like, is he about to go out? But
yeah,
it was probably close. So I mean, Span's kind of a freak look. He's probably pretty fucking strong. He seemed like he had a good squeeze, but when you don't have any, not crazy leverage, just standing there. But other than that, it was a whatever fight. But congrats to Slay Malvey. Alex and I both got that right, so that's 1-1 for now.
Oh yeah, Ryan Span won. Congrats to him.
Yeah, and then go ahead.
I guess we should have talked about though before we even started. We should have talked about the setup because I know I was intrigued how they did it.
Go ahead.
Like the whole. So like basically, I feel like they change it up, like in the middle of it. Didn't it start with all three of them sitting at the same table, or am I high? Was I high? Like
you're high, yeah.
Okay.
Start with all three of them
standing beside each other,
standing in the camera, yeah. And then when they got to their seat with their camera and their
so they were always split apart.
Yeah, from when they started commentating, they were, which doesn't really make sense because everyone was tested. So I don't see what.
Yeah, and dude, like if you look like like fucking ESPN ran some shit, Yahoo Sports ran some shit, bitching about, like not like basically whining, like why is Joe Rogan shaking hands? Joe Rogan's isn't supposed to interview people after the fights, like now he's doing it. Apparently it was not the plan, and he was like, screw it.
Yeah, that's Joe Rogan, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, if you don't know Joe Rogan doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and like I mean, like to his point, like everyone was tested there. They all tested.
Yeah.
Negative.
They're in there spitting, sweating, bleeding on each other.
Yeah. They literally are within an inch of each other for 15 minutes straight. So.
Yeah, and everyone in the arena is tested, and Jacare, I guess we can get into that now. Jacare, who tested positive, from my understanding, which I just found out this morning. I guess he told the UFC and Dana White specifically, like, hey, I have been in contact with some people with COVID-19. There's a possibility like I could be compromised, and that's why.
Yeah, that's why his weigh-ins, he was like wearing a mask. He was far
away.
Gloves
and was far away, and they kept him like real like social distancing like full time. Like he was like super precautions with him, and then it came back, and I guess when he was positive to them inside, which I'm sure we didn't know, but like in house, it wasn't that big of a surprise. Like
because like him and two of his both his cornermen tested positive. So
but I mean, he was super honest. I guess he was like, hey, like I guess a couple people he was been around ended up getting it, so he was like, I might have it. Who knows? But anyway, so obviously the test fucking worked, right? We got one, so we got him. So everyone else was legitimately fine. I don't see why it's a big deal for Rogan to interview and shake hands. So
Yeah,
but
and then there was a shitload of people around the cage. Like,
fuck it.
Yeah, a lot of them wore face masks. A lot of them were like, "Fuck it."
I seen one shot. It showed it was like a bunch of people sitting by the cage. They all had their masks on, and Dana White was like in the middle of them with no mask. I'm like, yeah, Dana White doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Again, they all tested negative.
They all tested. I mean,
yeah.
I get it, but to post articles and shit,
it's
you're
like
just trying to get a rise out of people. Just trying to get a rise out of people.
Yeah.
But.
Clickbait.
Yep. People everyone wants to be, no pun intended, negative. Everyone just wants to be negative about everything. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so there was no limit on cornermen. Seemed like all of them had.
No, it seemed like everything was fine other than fans. I mean, I think they had a full staff. I know they said the cut man that would wrap the fighter's hands was also going to be the cut man in the fight. Normally it's just whoever, but they if this cut man wrapped Nico Price's hands, he's going to be Nico Price's cut man, 1,000%. Okay. They kept everything pretty close. Normally it's just whatever. Guys just wrap a handful of hands and they have certain fights, doesn't matter. But or maybe they just have more cut men typically. I don't know. But and was it? I wanted to ask.
They only had one ring card girl.
That's what I was going to ask. It was just one. Same. One. Okay.
Yeah, same girl.
Yeah. So I mean, they did the right stuff, I guess. Again, don't see why it matters if everyone was tested. There are no fans, but whatever.
It'll be interesting to see what happens Wednesday to see if they
change anything up
or not for.
Yeah. I'm interested. I'm so excited. It's Wednesday too. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Couple more days. We got more fights.
Yeah, we'll find out if they had to make adjustments.
Fuck yeah.
But so the first fight, okay. I mean,
it is what it is. Congrats to
prelim. So
yeah.
But the second one, though.
Ooh, Grappling City.
Yeah, man.
What a
that
match.
Was impressive.
So, if you didn't know who we're talking about, Bryce Mitchell, this is in the featherweight division. Bryce Mitchell versus Charles Rosa. And we talked about it. We both picked Mitchell to win. I picked, I think, third round rear naked choke. You picked decision, which was what it was. But Rosa's a pretty high level black belt. And that was your reasoning for not picking Bryce Mitchell.
That's why I said I don't think he's going to get it. And he never really did, but goddamn, he was close.
Yeah, if you looked on paper, you'd go, yeah, it was just a decision. But that was black belt versus a blue belt.
Well, yeah, dude, if you see the round scores, 30-25, 30-25, 30-24.
I scored at 30-24. I scored 10-8 every round. So Mitchell just, like I said, it looked like a black belt, with a blue belt, toying with him. I mean, it was Bryce Mitchell out-grappled Charles Rosa for 15 straight minutes. Bad. Had him in some serious trouble. He had multiple head and arm triangles. A lot of them from the mount. A lot of them he would dismount, and then Rosa would escape. And then, who fucking guessed it? Multiple twister attempts. Twister attempts. And in case you guys did not,
had it 3 times.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, one of them, I think it was the one at the end of the second round. He absolutely had it, but when he finally got the arm behind the head and had Rose's head, there was literally 2 seconds left. He just didn't have time, but I think he had it for sure. But a little backstory in case anyone who's listened did not know, the Korean Zombie had the first ever twist in the UFC, which is it's pretty safe. I mean, there's people that argue online, but who gives a shit? It's pretty safe to say it's Eddie Bravo kind of introduced it to jiu-jitsu, kind of figured it out. I think wrestlers did it for, I don't know the whole backstory, don't really care. It's Eddie Bravo's thing. It's what he's known for. Bryce Mitchell landed the second ever twister in UFC history, Bryce Mitchell's last fight, and it seemed like it was a freak thing. And he even said, I just watched a video of Eddie Bravo demonstrating it, and I just went for it, and it worked. So it seemed like that was a Hail Mary, but no, the kid can twister.
He practiced the shit out of it, man. He was setting it up every time.
The kid can twister for sure. He did do, from what I saw on Instagram from Eddie and him, because Eddie was there with Tony, I guess Eddie did do a little training, a little probably just a little, demonstration stuff with Bryce Mitchell since they're both in the same hotel. I seen a picture of them on the mats, and he said thanks for some training or something. So I think he officially got to meet him, which was probably exciting for both guys. But the long and the short is Bryce Mitchell. It was a straight grapple fest. So if you don't like that, one, you're a loser, and two, you would have not liked it. A very, very, very entertaining fight. Bryce Mitchell just put on a clinic against Charles. Charles Rose looked like he'd never grappled in his life.
And
it was technically. I mean, he's a higher ranking guy than Bryce Mitchell. I think Bryce Mitchell's a brown belt, but that shit doesn't matter, man. That doesn't matter at all. I think I mentioned it before. Maybe that wasn't on the show, but when Gordon Ryan was a purple belt, he was signing up for black belt tournaments and beating them. So some people are just better. And did you hear when Charles Rose was like, stand up, dude? Like, let's stand. It's like, that's kind of embarrassing considering a guy who is very well versed in grappling and a lot of submission wins from Charles Rosa was being manhandled so bad he tried to like taunt Bryce Mitchell to stand up because he had no answer for Bryce Mitchell on the ground.
No offense at all. Like
no offense.
Literally
at all.
15 minutes of trying not to get tapped.
Yeah, it was bad. Charles Rosa is going to go home and be like, I think he's going to be very upset. For jiu-jitsu to be your bread and butter, which I'm sure it is Charles Rosa's. That's his ish, as they say. To just be out grappled by a young up and coming kid who isn't even a black belt. It's got to be hard on the ego, I would imagine. But maybe not. Hopefully not. Very entertaining fight. Bryce Mitchell. If all the other fights weren't so awesome, Bryce Mitchell fucking deserves performance of the night. But
yeah, dude, he really
it was incredible. It was incredible. But anyway, so congrats to Bryce Mitchell. That was fucking amazing. That was really, really, really impressive. I was on my feet. It was so exciting for me. I was loving it. So, were you watching with Scalio?
Yeah.
How was he enjoying it?
Yeah.
I figured he was. That was fucking awesome. Not that everyone wasn't. I'm just saying, like, that was fucking awesome. But anyway, so Bryce Mitchell won. Did not get the submission, but he basically manhandled.
Dude,
Rosa,
definitely upped his his
featherweight's so good, dude. Featherweight's so stacked. But anyway, so next up, so Alex and I both picked him. So we were 2-2. We each have 2 picks right, and then here's where Alex takes the lead. Vicente Luque versus Nico Price in the welterweight division. Good fight, dude. Really good.
Dude, when I was watching it, I thought I was gonna lose. I was like, "Damn, dude, Nico's about to ruin my parlay here."
I thought Price was winning the fight.
Yeah, I did too, man. I thought he was winning the whole time.
I thought he won. Yeah, I think his leg kicks were bothering him. I think early, but other than that, I think Nico Price was kind of controlling everything. I had him winning almost the whole fight.
Yeah.
And until that crazy, what was it, left hook? That
dude,
just shattered his eyeball.
Yeah.
Dude. Like he couldn't. Was it a cut on the eyelid? Is that what happened? That's why he couldn't open his eye.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which it dropped him, and it would have won Luque the round for sure. It could have been 29-28 either guy. I probably would have had it 2-1 Price winning, and that was what, a minute and a half left in the fight, something like that, or no?
It was the third round, 3 minutes and 37 seconds.
Okay, so a minute and 23 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a really entertaining fight, but doctor stoppage. Luque got the win. He landed a really good shot. It definitely would have won the round. But both guys look good. I thought Price just looked a little better, and I had Price winning, and Alex picked Luque. How about when Price almost had that Darce?
Yeah, dude.
It was a revenge Darce.
And that's how he Darced him. Yeah.
It was a revenge Darce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to get with it. I think Luque's hand was like on the mat, so you know what I mean. You really want you really want that arm like up to be in line with your neck. You know what I mean? He just kind of, his arms are long enough to lock it up, but his shoulder wasn't really anywhere near his neck. So, I mean, with that grip, he could have, turned him and eventually pulled it in. But he was safe for sure. But I was like, oh, the fact he locked it up, I was pretty excited, pretty concerned in a good way. I was like, oh, revenge Darth. So that'd be the coolest way to get a rematch.
Oh, absolutely.
Not necessarily submission, but to beat the one guy the same way he beat you, that's the way it is. And something like a Darce is so specific. That's like icing on the cake.
Yeah. Today wasn't the day though. Yesterday.
It was not. It was a good fight though. I was very impressed with both guys. So yeah, I do think Price was getting the better of the exchanges. Though he's so wild. I love it. He's a really fun guy. Both guys are really entertaining to watch. They're both really fan favorite styles to watch. But so via doctor stoppage, Luque gets the technically it's a TKO, but he gets the TKO. So that's when Alex takes over 3-2. Alex is up in our picks. And then I gotta be fully honest, Alex. I wasn't paying super close attention to Carlos Esparza and Michelle Watterson. I ended up going to my buddy Terry's house and watching the rest of the fight there. And I just got in there. We were talking and chatting, and I'd look up at the TV and try to pay attention, but I'm engaged in conversation. And I was like, I don't even know who won this fucking fight. Was it pretty clear cut? Esparza won.
Dude, honestly, I was not sure.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was a split decision. I mean, I did not bet on this fight. I know I said it would be my kicker.
It was my kicker, and I lost.
And I was like, I don't know, dude. Esparza might just take her ass down and hold her there forever.
Yeah.
And that's basically what
happened. Did she land a lot of takedowns or not really?
Not a lot, but like enough to win. Like it was a close match, and like definitely ain't hurt. I think she had 2 maybe.
That's why I thought. That's why I thought Cowboy won because of those takedowns. But I guess we'll get into that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say what you want to say because, like I said, I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of bummed. I like Michelle Watterson, so I was kind of bummed she lost.
Yeah, she had some good exchanges, but yeah, like Esparza was the dominant one throughout. Like it was a close fight, and that's why it was a split decision. But it was so 2 judges had it 30-27.
Yeah, which is weird.
One had it 29-28. So
yeah, so someone gave Watterson every round. Another judge gave Esparza every single round, and then someone scored it 2-1 Esparza.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely don't know.
It's always fishy if there's a 2 30-27s, one for each fighter. Like, you know what I mean? That means those 2 judges were completely off of what they were seeing. One guy was like, Alex won this one, Alex won this one, Alex won all 3. And the other guy's like, no, the other guy won all 3. It's kind of weird to be that different from another judge. I think. So, kind of bonkers. That's a bummer for me. I am a Watterson fan. I think she's cool, and she had money on it, but whatever. Anyway, so Esparza wins the split decision. Alex and I both picked Watterson decision. Actually, I picked Watterson split decisions, but Alex and I we both lost that one. And then
I think everyone lost this one, dude.
Dude, so surprised.
Anyone who bet Olynyk, bro, made some money.
I was
like plus 280.
I was so surprised,
dude.
I've never seen him strike like that. He has 7,000 submissions. Like I've never seen him strike like that, and that was the reason I said Verdum's going to smoke him. I was like, he's not going to fucking go in there and outstrike Verdum, and Verdum is so high level on the ground. I was like, he's definitely not going to submit Verdum. So I just thought, and like I said, and I was right about the one part. When they got on the ground, Verdum was way superior, but most of it was on the feet, and Olynyk fucking pieced him up.
Yeah, dude. I was like, whoa. Like, Verdum looked
very surprised.
Slow and old and fat, dude.
Like, he looked awful. He looked really bad.
He looked so bad.
He looked like as soon as when Olenek would throw one shot, Verdun would cover and just stay covered, and Olenek can put anything in those shots.
Yeah.
He can just sit there and tee off, and Verdun wasn't striking back. He wasn't moving away. He was standing with his back against the fence, just letting fucking left hook, right uppercut, left hook, just letting Olenek just fucking put everything he can in these shots because there's no threat of getting hit at that point. So Verdun just looked really bad, but I don't want to take anything from Olenek because I'd never seen him strike like that, and he looked good, but Verdun did take him down and kind of do a lot of good work on the ground. He almost had a Kimura. He turned it into a straight arm lock, and he almost had it because Olenek straightened his arm out to avoid the Kimura, and then you can still finish that with a straight arm lock from the side, which I thought Verdun was going to do. But Olenek did escape, and then what else did he almost have him with? A couple arm bars he shot for,
He almost
right?
had him with a guillotine.
Oh, did he? Okay, see, I don't remember. I thought he had. Maybe I'm thinking of another fight. I thought he had the back at some point, and he kept stepping over the head, attacking the arm. Maybe I'm thinking of another fight. But anyway, yeah, Verdun looked really good on the ground. But to my surprise, Olenek looked better on the feet, which I did not think he would. I've never seen him strike like that. So very surprising.
I was surprised it was a split, dude. I thought Olenek clearly won.
I thought he clearly won. Yeah, I was very surprised.
Yeah.
I was also we never the fight game is so fun because you never know what's going to happen, but there are always some fights where you're pretty confident, and this was the one of all of us. I said, I don't know if I said on the show, but I said off air to you, probably definitely to Travis. I was like, there's only one fight I'm real confident in, and that's Verdun. That's what I said. All the other fights, I was like, I mean, I got who I think's going to win, but we could definitely see them going both ways. So I was like, no way Olenek's beating Verdun.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, so
Yeah,
shout
I
out to him.
stayed away from that one almost because the odds were so big. I was like, why the hell? Like, if this guy, it wouldn't even help you in a parlay. And I was like,
Yeah, right.
Blow it. And then, that's exactly what happened.
Ugh, I know. Interesting. But, yeah, so congrats to Olenek. But in the next fight at welterweight, speaking of welterweight, I like Pettis and Cowboy better at welterweight, I think I like them better at welterweight than I do lightweight. Which is crazy because Pettis used to fight featherweight at some point in time. So that's 2 weight classes up. Pretty crazy. Unless I'm super off. Young Jamie, can you pull up if Anthony Pettis ever fought featherweight? Because I'm pretty sure he fought featherweight. It was a really hard cut, and then he moved up to lightweight, and he was like, great. And then his first fight at welterweight was against Wonderboy, and I was just like, okay. But then he looked good. But it's pretty crazy to go up 2 weight classes like that and still look good. I think I like him.
He debuted as a featherweight.
Okay, see? I like him at 170. I really do. And I definitely like a Cowboy at 170. It's just when there's some guys at 170 that are so big. Like when Cowboy fought Darren Till, it was like, what the fuck? Darren Till's so much bigger. Because Cowboy is just like that guy who 55 is really hard for him to make, but like 70 is like a walk in the park. Like it's one of those really good arguments for 165.
Yeah. So he didn't debut. He started at lightweight. Got in the lightweight championship to Rafael Dos Anjos, lost. Then he lost to Eddie Alvarez. Then he lost to Edson Barbosa. Then he went down to featherweight, won, and then got a shot at the interim featherweight championship and missed weight.
Oh.
Max Holloway, and then he got KO'd by Max Holloway.
So he missed weight at featherweight.
Yeah.
So he made featherweight once
and
fought at featherweight a second time and missed it. Okay.
Yeah.
But either way, I like him at 170. And then Cowboy is just like a 165-pound weight class would be perfect. Like that's where the 15-pound gap really screws a lot of people.
Yeah.
Rafael Dos Anjos is another one. He's good at 170, but he's a little too small. But 55 is hard to make, and that's Cowboy all day. Cowboy's like, yeah, 170 is easy to cut, but it's crazy that one weight class could be so easy and the other one's like almost impossible.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer, but I do like Cowboy better at 70. I think he can take more shots. I think Pettis and Cowboy both landed really good shots on each other. Cowboy landed that one right kick to the head. I was like, how did Pettis survive that? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was so hard, like right in the temple. And Pettis, it didn't even wobble his legs. It was so hard. Snap. I was like, oh my God. I screamed so loud. Oh, anyway, so it was really, I'm not even that disappointed. I mean, I love Cowboy. I'm not that disappointed. I'm really not. I think both guys looked really good.
Yeah.
I said I thought Cowboy would retire if he lost, but now I don't. Because for one, I thought he won 2-1. I really did, and I think it was very, very. I think Pettis was hitting harder. I think he hits harder. I think he maybe did more damage. But as far as volume and shots, I think Cerrone landed better, and he did have some big takedowns, especially in the first round, and he had some big takedowns. I thought he won 2-1. I was actually really confident. I was pretty surprised when they said Pettis personally, and I don't think that's me being biased. I mean, I do love Cowboy. I was rooting for him. But I'm never really biased when it comes to judges. Like usually I'm pretty, no matter who I want to win, I'm like, yeah, he lost. Like I get it. You know, I would have scored it this way. But I really thought Cowboy won 2-1. Either way, I think both guys looked really good. I think Cowboy looked great. I think Pettis looked great. And they both are winners in my book. I don't think Cowboy was going anywhere. He looked good. He needed that performance after 3 straight losses. I know technically on paper this is 4 straight, but I'm beating a dead horse. He looked really good. I think he's fine. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he can easily win against some really good guys. So you go next.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I thought Cowboy was down 2-0 going into the third.
I thought he won that first round for sure. I mean, obviously you're not the only person. So
yeah, but and then that eye poke happened in the third.
Yeah, Pettis took advantage of that as Cowboy was protesting.
Mm-hmm.
But
and it finished really well.
Cowboy finished really well.
Yeah, that's so. Like I think he took the third, but yeah, I thought the first 2 Pettis had.
See, I had it 1 and 3 Cowboys. What I had.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I had. But obviously, like I said, I mean, I'm upset he didn't get the W, but I'm very happy with Cerrone's performance. Like I was worried after 3 knockouts. I'm like, maybe he's going. And again, it was Murder's Row. We talked about it multiple times. We're not going to talk about it again. But I was like, I don't think that means he's gone. But like in the back of my mind, I was a little worried. But after last night, I'm not. I think Cowboy.
I think
Cowboy was fine.
KO'd in the first round and like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, he'll probably hang it up. No, I think he looked really sharp. I think his hands, his jab. In that first round, he was throwing hard, dude. He was trying to make a point. Great kicks as always. Cowboys got really good kicks. Yeah. Overall, I won't say it anymore. I said it enough, but overall, I think both guys actually, after coming off a couple losses, both of them, I think they look great. There's no loser in my opinion, and I promise you, I'm not being biased. This is not because I'm a Cerrone fan. There's no loser in this fight. Both guys look sharp, and I think both guys can really beat some top level guys. Cowboy's not done. He looked good.
Yeah.
So Pettis won. Alex and I both picked Cowboy. So
did not bet on that either. I was nervous. So I was like,
I always do a single bet on Cowboy, but either way. So what are we? Is it 3-2 with our picks?
Yeah, I'm still beating you 3-2.
You are beating me, and then so we'll move on. Jorgen De Castro versus Greg Hardy.
So this would definitely go down as like if there's the worst fight. This was the worst fight by far, absolutely the worst fight.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jorgen.
They both
like Scalio was saying the whole time he thinks Jorgen's gonna get cut from the UFC for doing that. Like it was so weird, dude. That first round, because I bet on Hardy, I was like, oh shit, like this dude is throwing bombs right now and just destroying his leg.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
he's gonna win. Like Greg Hardy looks like shit right now. Looks terrible. He really didn't change much besides like his legs stopped getting destroyed because I guess that Jorgen guy broke his foot or something on his leg. So he
Yeah.
just stopped throwing strikes. So had this huge round, definitely won round one, I would say 8-10. Dominated the first round, and then second round just stopped fighting. Like pretty much.
Yeah.
So Greg Hardy pulled out the decision by just being the only one doing anything. And then was it the third round where he like laid on the mat and just like there was a minute and a half of them like staring at each other. I was like, what in the hell is going on right now?
It was terrible.
Like, I was like, dude. Yeah, so
my consensus was both guys suck.
Yeah.
Greg Hardy didn't look good.
He did not look good.
No.
Yeah.
No. His stock, he won 30-27, but his stock went down in my book.
He won 30-27?
No, maybe he didn't. No, maybe Castro won the first one.
No way, dude. The first round was clearly Castro.
No, you're right. Maybe it was 29-28.
It was. Dude, it was 30-27.
Oh, was it?
What?
Let me see.
All three.
Well,
dude, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember how I scored it. I don't remember. Yeah, because Castro did his leg kicks, but look, it wasn't impressive, man. It was, we've shot on Greg Hardy enough, but he's just not that good, man. He's not that good. He's fighting a guy without a Wikipedia page. He's fighting a guy without a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, he looked way bigger than him. I was like, all right.
He was way bigger. Yeah, he's probably. Yeah, he's big.
DeCastro was throwing fucking bombs in that first round. And
he was, yeah.
Stop. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see. He must have like broken his foot or something.
They were talking about it afterwards, and I think after Greg Hardy and him were talking about it, he like pointed to his foot. But either way, Hardy did not impress me, especially against the guy who's not fighting back.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's that good. He's got the name. He'll be on every main card because people know who he is, but he's just not that good of a fighter. He's not that. He's just not taking. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't care. I couldn't care less when Greg Hardy fights. I do think he'll beat bums, by pure athleticism and his power. But whatever. I couldn't care less. I didn't really care about that fight anyways, but I just wanted a fun knockout just because, But
yeah.
Not a good fight.
Yeah. So we both called though at one.
Yeah, I thought Hardy was going to sleep him because I was like, this DeCastro guy doesn't even have a fucking Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Which I kept pointing that out when I was at Terry's house, and everyone there thought that was hilarious. So I kept pointing that out, and I'm like, it's relevant. It's relevant.
It is relevant.
He's a professional athlete. Name another professional athlete without a Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But could have easily been fight of the night. Next fight, Calvin Kattar versus Jeremy Stevens. Holy shit! Did that live up to the hype?
Great fight. Yeah, of all the boringness that came out of the first main card fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calvin. Calvin Kattar is good. He's really good. Travis has been high on Calvin. Travis has been high on high on Calvin Kattar for a minute. Like the way I've been high on Arnold Allen. Before we met and became good buddies.
But before he became our best friend. Yeah.
Before he became our first pro fighter on the show, and had a good time with him. But even before that, I was high on the Arnold Allen horse. Why I asked him to come on the show, but that's just a little bit to be funny. But Alex, you're Alex. Travis has been high on the Calvin Kattar horse. I say that because they're both featherweights. Calvin Kattar's definitely fought better guys. Not to say Arnold Allen couldn't, do the same, but this is a big win for him. This is a big win for him. What was he ranked? 10th? 8th maybe? Do you know what he was ranked? Something like that?
Dude, I feel like he was
I think he was like 9th. Stevens was 7th maybe. Yeah. I gotta be honest. Pretty confident in Kattar the whole fight. I was a little
nervous the first round. I'll be honest. I was like, Dude,
No.
everyone is going on the train. Dude, leg kicks are now in.
That's not what I meant. I meant before the fight. I
Oh
was
yeah, I was highly confident.
that Cater was gonna win, like before the fight started. Yeah, Stevens is just wild as shit. I mean, he has crazy power. I mean, he really fucking sleeps motherfuckers for sure. But when you got a guy who's such a good boxer, and when Jeremy Stevens, his weapon is his power in his hands, from not like he's not a good martial artist. Like I'm not trying to shit on him, but he's got that brawler style, you know. And the best example is go spar a boxer and just try to brawl him. Just try like you know what I mean? It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Like people who know technical striking, at least certainly with hands only, like it just doesn't work that way. You're not going to rush in and throw crazy shots because a good boxer can bob, weave, you know, rip and slip, or slip and rip, and they know all the openings. So it just doesn't. It was, to me, it was a recipe for disaster for Stevens, and I won't take full credit for it because Travis and I did talk about it, and I think he was the one that told me that brought me that point up, and I was like, damn, that's a really good point. You're right. Stevens is too wild. Because I was talking about how I don't know, and Travis was like, Stevens is too wild for Cater. Dude, Cater is so technical. And I was like, that's a really good fucking point. So Travis did kind of put that idea in my head, and I was like, he's 100% right. So Cater looked really good. That elbow was the second round, right? Second round. I remember I said third round knockout.
Yeah,
Did you say decision?
I don't remember what I said.
You said decision. I said third round knockout. Yeah. Either way, we were both wrong. It was second round knockout. Dude, that fucking elbow was nasty. That was one of the best elbows of it.
I thought that should have got KO of the night. Like it was literally the perfect shot.
I would score a KO of the night. It's just big guy. Well, we'll get into that.
But like,
I thought it should have been KO of the night, dude.
Nasty. Perfect. Just on the money, right on his face, dude. Just like upper lip, mouth, just fucking
blades and shades. It was so perfect,
dude. Yeah, like again for the future, but like you would think something Tony Ferguson would land. Just a fucking perfect elbow.
Tony Ferguson he does weird like uppercut elbows and shit though.
Yeah,
and this was like instead of a right straight, it was just a fucking elbow. Oh, it was perfect. It was
just fucking slept him. But dude, I thought the first round went to Stevens.
It did. On all three judges' scorecards, it did.
Yeah,
MMA Junkie or someone posted. It's actually really cool. I don't know if they've ever done this before. They posted every single judge's scorecard for every single fight.
They should start doing a record to figure out who's a fucking idiot.
But every I remember I was unsure. I was like, I'm not sure. But you and Travis both said that, and you were both correct, at least on the judges' eyes. All three judges scored at 10-9 Stevens.
Dude, everyone is like, that's like the new, like the whole fight I was watching, I was like, dude, is everyone just getting Justin Gaethje's memos? And they've been watching Justin Gaethje. It's like, oh yeah, dude, just attack the shit out of people's legs.
Well, Edson Barbosa's like kicks are probably the best.
Yeah, but
Justin Gaethje did knock out Edson Barbosa, but I think Edson Barbosa is the only people with leg kick finishes in the UFC. I think he has multiple. Pull that up, would you, if you don't mind? Look, put leg kick stoppages in the UFC. In the UFC specifically, yeah. In the UFC specifically, I think Edson Barbosa had the first ever, and I think he has multiple ones. Leg kicks suck, dude. Michael Bisping says it's the best. It's the best strategy for the first shot in a street fight. He's like, throw a leg kick at him. Do that right away. Which is not what most people want to do. It's not what you think to do in a street fight. Pretty interesting, though.
Pat Barry says he has 3 stoppages with leg kicks, but I don't know if they're in the UFC.
I don't even, that might be like a Muay Thai. I don't know who that even is.
He's an old school, like early UFC.
Oh, okay. Before I even knew what a leg kick was, probably.
So Barbosa has 2 stoppages.
Okay.
Leg kicks in the UFC.
Yeah, but anyways, Barbosa's kicks are fucking nasty. But I know what you meant. I was just kind of being funny when you said Justin Gaethje's leg kicks. Yeah, leg kicks are obviously they're the shit. But so, anyways, I don't know if you said it. You can go ahead and say what you want about Cater if you want, unless we already did.
I mean, it was very impressive.
He's good.
He was the dark horse in that division. I think he definitely opened some eyes that.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Rogan's been high on him for a while too. Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. He's good. It doesn't have, he doesn't have as many wins as Arnold Allen, but that's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.
No, he's really good. He's really good, and he has fought better talent, but you can't choose who you fight. You can't choose who they give you, you know. But yeah, congrats, Calvin Kattar. I was confident going in. He's good, man. He's really, really, really good. So we both got that right. So what are we now? 4-3? 4-3. All right. So next fight, Jairzinho Rozenstruik. We'll make this one quick because it was. Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Francis Ngannou. I did pick Rozenstruik to win. I did. Full disclosure, I did say I'm pretty sure Ngannou's going to win, but I like Rozenstruik. Like, I'll have fun with it. I did think Ngannou was probably going to win, but I think Rozenstruik's a better striker. His 85 pro kickboxing fights, I think he's a better probably striker, but Francis Ngannou just put your lights out. Dude. He threw 4 super sloppy punches, missed 3 of them by a mile, and then that last left hook, the only one that landed, Rozenstruik was fucking floating off the Pluto.
Yeah.
It's not like he was just like, wah, and then all it takes is one of those to hit you.
And then just slept, dude. Yeah.
Was it 20 seconds? Yeah, 20 seconds officially.
That's why I said, like, I think Kattar should have won knockout of the night because, like, his was so technical and perfect.
Yeah, and Francis was throwing bombs.
It's just throwing bombs and caught one. Like, the first 3 combos were ugly as shit, and he just fucking caught him with the last one.
And when they showed him in slow-mo, he was, like, way off.
Yeah.
Like, they were, like, a foot away. Like, not even close to hitting Rozenstruik. But that left hook, obviously he's got long arms. That left hook just caught him. And it wasn't like Rozenstruik leaned into it or anything. It just caught him and, like, literally lights out on impact. He was done.
Yeah.
So, what do you do? I mean, like I said, I did think Ngannou was going to win. I think Rozenstruik is a better striker, but when you got a guy who can just throw like that and fucking if they touch you, it kills you. Like, kind of hard. Not that Ngannou's a bad striker. I'm just saying Rozenstruik has a super well decorated background in heavyweight kickboxing, so I just think he's pretty technical for a big fella. Whereas Ngannou is not bad, but doesn't really have to be good technically. So yeah, that got knocked out of the night. I mean, it was crazy, but I'm with you 100%. I think Kattar should have got it because, I mean, if you're just a fan of the sport and the technique and the precision and the timing, that Kattar's knockout was just perfect. That's all you can ask for. But yeah, Alex got it right. I got it wrong. It was quick. 20-second knockout. Ngannou won. So now what are we sitting at? 4-2?
No, 1, 2.
I lost.
3.
I think I got it on the Google Doc. Don't I have it on the Google Doc somewhere? Yeah.
I'm at 6 wins correct right now.
6-4.
Yeah.
Okay, 6-4. All right. So next fight we got good fight, really good fight. Dominic Cruz versus Henry Cejudo. Great fight. Go ahead, Alex. You go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, we gave I don't know if I gave the prediction first round TKO. I was willing to bet on that too. So I put money down on it.
I said third. Third.
So it sucks too because the second round TKO had the same payout. Anyway, so I thought Henry.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's hard to imagine. I would think first round would have way more of a slimmer odds, but Anyways, keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, to start, I think Henry took round one.
Leg kicks, like we were talking about.
Yeah, dude, everyone was
Nasty.
on the fucking leg kick train.
Dude, Henry Cejudo's leg kicks are vicious.
Yeah.
I mean, they're little. He's a little guy. So, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. His leg kicks are fucking nasty, dude.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought he definitely won the first round. Second round was close.
It was really close.
Yeah. And then he just landed that knee, man.
Perfect knee.
Put him down, fucking swarmed him, and they called it. So Dominic Cruz was pissed about the stoppage.
I think he still handled it well.
It was
I think
2 seconds left in the round, which is like always like, oh man.
I don't like it. I don't like the stoppage. I don't know how you feel about it.
I mean, I definitely think, like, dude, I think in general they're getting earlier. Like, this has been the trend.
Honestly,
like, this is what it is now.
I was actually fine with it until, I mean, obviously, if you're the ref, you can't wait till someone explains themselves before you stop it. But the way Cruz explained it, and then I rewatched it, I'm like, damn, he's got a really good fucking point. Because I don't know if you heard Cruz's statement. He was like, he was very honest about everything. Cruz was like, yeah, he was hitting me with some unanswered shots. That's part of fighting. I'm making my way back to my feet. I'm still conscious. Yeah, he's hitting me, but I'm actively making my way back to my feet with 2 seconds left in the fight, and they call it. So that's what kind of sold me. I was like, damn, he's got a fucking point. Because he was working his way back up. He was not. Usually when they stop like that, you're frozen, right? Like TJ Dillashaw, he's just frozen, sitting there eating shots. As soon as Cruz is to his feet, those are no longer unanswered shots anymore. Now he has a chance to defend himself, and that's what he was doing. He was standing up, meaning he's obviously there. He's not in cuckoo land doing dumb shit. He was. I mean, quote unquote, maybe not fighting, but smartly in the fight. You know, he was working his way back up, and there's 2 seconds left. He could have stood up, got his guard, and then round ends. Ooh, that was a close one. This next round's going to be exciting. I don't like the stoppage, but again, to be fair, it wasn't until after Cruz explained that I was like, damn, I kind of agree. At first, I thought it was fine. At first, I was okay with it. But working your way back up, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's not like when Colby Covington was hanging on to that single leg, eating Usman shots, but not standing up, not getting the takedown, just holding on. It wasn't like that. And he was standing up. So I don't like it. And I think that was turning into a very good fight. I thought it was really good, really pretty evenly contested.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about it, but
well, I think after that, I mean, if that round, Cejudo would have been up 2-0.
No, you're right for sure.
After that, so I mean, Cruz would have had to come back, and like we've seen that in so many 5-round fights where a dude wins the first 2 and then just gets worked in the championship round. So, do I think that would have happened? No. Henry Cejudo is a fucking winner, dude. Like,
yeah, he is.
Got to win, man.
He's an impressive individual.
Yeah, so he wins, he gets a TKO, and then he decides to retire, and just totally fuck the the flyweight division
and the bantamweight division now.
So,
yeah, it's interesting, man. I mean, he's got nothing else to prove.
Yeah.
You know, like besides, actually, Amanda Nunes hasn't defended her featherweight belt yet. She will against Spencer. I think he's the only champion that has defended both belts. I'm pretty sure of that. I think that's never happened before. Conor won 2 belts, never defended a single one of them. Never once. Who's the other double champion? DC, I don't think defended his light heavyweight title. I don't think before John Jones came back. Did he?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And Amanda Nunes won the featherweight title off of Cyborg. She's defended her bantamweight. Her last fight after that was she defended her bantamweight title against Drain Durandamy. But she hasn't fought featherweight yet. Well, she was supposed to fight Spencer last night, but they're fighting in the summer, I guess. But I think Henderson is the only person to successfully defend both belts. I don't think it's been done before. He defended his flyweight belt against T.J. Dillashaw when T.J. Dillashaw cut down. And then last night he defended his bantamweight belt. I think he's the only person to do it. I mean, so why not? Why not walk away?
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird. He's 33, so I mean,
I don't know why he said that like that's old. That's probably like the average
well,
age
they
of
said
UFC
like
fighter.
he fucking retired from wrestling at 21 after he won a gold medal.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, I mean, he's accomplished a lot, obviously. I mean, he has to be considered the best combat sports athlete of all time. Has to be. Has to be.
yeah, one of like most decorated. Like you can't.
Yeah, he's got 2 belts, which no one really has. I mean, a handful of people have ever done it. He's the only person to have that and an Olympic gold medal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best combat sports athlete of all time. Has to be.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I wish we would have seen the start of the third round to see how it went. I thought Cruz was kind of getting in his groove. I thought Cruz was looking good. I was bummed about the stoppage, but I was happy with the fight. I thought it was a good fight. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
Cejudo didn't walk through him like I thought there was a possibility. I thought I thought Cejudo might just walk through him, but I thought it was pretty close. I thought it was pretty good. It was a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Good fight.
Yeah.
Good fight.
I mean, I was happy with
all these fights are good. All
that
these
hit
fights
me
are
in the
good.
green.
So before we get in the main event, in my opinion, all the fights were really good except for Hardy Castro and Span Alvey. That was all the other fights I thought were great.
Yeah. Entertaining for sure.
Super good. Yeah. Main event.
And then the main event. Wow.
I got a lot to say. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Sure, I can go first. So
Go ahead.
we both picked Okakui, you know. And like now that I like reflect back about it, I mean we were both afraid. I was afraid of Gaethje. I didn't bet on it. Well, I did later. I put another bet in, and then I lost because I was like, why not? I'm up. Let's do it. Yeah, but I mean, the favorite was Tony Ferguson. The majority of people thought Tony was gonna win. Like he's on an 8-fight win streak. You just got to remember, Gaethje is just a guy that fucking keeps coming and doesn't stop. And we were both convinced, you know, he just had that first round window. So like, you know, watching the fight, completely dominated the first round was Gaethje. So I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right. Then they show the corner, Tony barely breathing, like nothing happened, and Gaethje is just fucking sucking wind. But obviously he does have that gas tank too. He just isn't as good at not showing it, I guess. But it looked like Tony was barely phased. Justin's breathing hard. And I'm like, all right, well, like there was the onslaught. He survived round 1, and then it just never stopped for the entire time, just getting pieced up the whole time. I mean, for me, I don't even know if you could give Tony a round, maybe the second, but like he was getting dominated the whole second round until he landed that uppercut at the end. I was confused once we got into once the third round hit, I was like, dude, he needs to try something else. Like they keep standing up and he keeps getting, like, I don't know how he wasn't knocked out in like the first round. I thought he could have been knocked out. I was like,
he ate so many good shots.
So many shots.
And Gaethje hits like a fucking truck too.
So yeah, and then I know the fourth round. So going into the fourth round, they had Tony's corner, and they were like, "All right, man, like maybe it's time to throw in." You hear Eddie Bravo tell him, "Go for he's from here,
Imanari
roll." He doesn't do it.
Tony seemed out of it, dude. He
Why?
seemed out of it.
Like, I'm upset about it because, like, yeah, I wanted to see more out of. I mean, it was a great fight, awesome fight,
Amazing. Yeah.
unbelievable. Tony survived how long he did, but we still don't know anything about Gaethje's ground game or his jiu-jitsu.
No.
And I was like, "What? You just got your like, especially fourth and fifth round." I'm like, "All right, championship rounds, you have the better gas tank." Gaethje is fucking. Every time they show his corner, clearly he still has gas in the tank, but it looks like he's fucking tired. He's breathing way heavier.
I think he was tired, man. I think he was.
Yeah,
I think he started pulling back on his punches a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
then
corner
it's
kept
like,
telling
all
him
right,
too.
so you just got you're down 3-0 most likely. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe they gave you the second round, maybe, but most likely you're down 3-0, and he doesn't shoot, just keeps trying to stand up with him and just keeps getting just pieced up. I don't think he landed. He didn't throw an elbow. I don't think I saw him throw one elbow. He didn't land one, that's for sure. Like it was weird.
Yeah. I think he missed one big spinning elbow. I think that was it.
He was just kind of trying to fight him, and then like every exchange he lost, like except that one in the second round where he landed that KO or he landed that uppercut. And
yeah, it was a good one too.
But yeah, I was like, why isn't he like? I don't know why he didn't try to clinch.
Nothing.
And he just kept going forward. Like I don't know what like. Because, like, when you look back, you think of the game plan. All right, so he was preparing. So they said, like, all right, he had to cut weight twice. I mean,
no, he didn't have to.
Yeah,
he chose to.
And then you're preparing for a guy who you expected to, like, try to grapple with you.
That to me, that's it. I'll let you finish. That's the kicker for me.
So you had a guy that you were planning on grappling with. I don't know why he didn't try to grapple with Gaethje. Like, no one knows what his jiu-jitsu is. Maybe he's never done a takedown in the UFC. We've never really seen him on the mat with a high-level person like Tony. Like, I don't know why, like, the clinch didn't come in, why he didn't try to shoot. Like,
yeah,
I get it. Again, he's got the wrestling pedigree, but we haven't seen in the UFC. So, yeah, I was starting to get frustrated after the third round. I was like, dude, there's no way he has to finish him here somehow. And then Gaethje just kept powering on, and then that hit to his eye, or the eye, was it the fifth round, I guess? Was that fifth?
when it got stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, fifth round.
Yeah, and then he kind of shakes his head, and Herb Dean's like, yeah, no. Yeah.
I like the stoppage too, by the way.
Dude, yeah, he was like running, like he was like not engaged.
No, he wasn't there. I like the stoppage.
Yeah, so.
I don't think they were confident they could take Gaethje down.
Do you think that's what it was?
I think Eddie Bravo was saying we need to hit an MNR and submit this motherfucker. I think that's exactly what he said. I think he said we need to hit maybe hit an MNR and submit this motherfucker. I think that's what he said.
And he didn't do it. That was that was going into the fourth round, and he did not do it.
But the fact to recommend that instead of, which that doesn't happen that often. That's a pretty, Tony does it and Ryan Hall does it, and that's fucking it. People don't really do that. The fact that Eddie would recommend that instead of, hey man, let's clinch, let's shoot, let's get a trip. The fact that Eddie Bravo said that, I think they had in their head like, all right, we're not taking this guy down. Like, this is our backup plan. You know what I mean? I think that's a strange backup plan for something so rare and so odd to be your go-to finishing thing. I would think they're like, listen, it's not looking good on the feet. Let's look for the shots. Let's look for takedowns. I mean, I love that Eddie said that. I thought it was exciting. I was like, oh, maybe we'll see it. But I just thought that was strange that he's not like, look for a single leg, look for an ankle pick. He went straight for that. That I was like, in my head, I'm like, they're not confident they can take Gaethje down. That's what I was thinking. So
yeah,
and like you mentioned, And I think Tony even said at post-fight interview, but he was really, really good about it. He was professional about it. He wasn't making excuses. But he wasn't, like you said, trying to grapple, but he was planning for a guy to engage in grappling with him. That's what he was planning for. He was planning for a guy who doesn't want to strike, and he's going to initiate these takedowns. That's what they're planning for forever and ever and ever. And then you get literally the opposite, like the complete opposite. So I don't think he just was ready. I would imagine his whole camp was stuff on bottom, stuff, to stop takedowns, strikes from bottom, submissions from bottom, darces on shooting entries, things like that. I don't think he was planning for a guy to walk him down and throw really good counter shots. It's not what Khabib's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not making excuses for Tony. I'm certainly not taking anything away from Justin Gaethje. It was definitely Gaethje's night. We've just never seen Tony look like that before.
Yeah,
ever.
It was weird, and I don't know if it is this because is Gaethje we're seeing him blossom? Was it just because he would look so goddamn he's so good now?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
I think it's a little both. Listen. There's nights where guys just don't show up. It's not like basketball or football where you have a game every week and you can prove yourself again the next time. You don't fight that often. Like you can have an off night and you can't prove yourself in redemption until 6 months later or longer. It's not like Peyton Manning throws 6 interceptions. That's very unlike him. What a crazy off night. Does he suck now? No, he'll be back next week. Maybe Tony had a bad night. It's very possible. Unfortunately, he's not Peyton Manning. He's not playing again next week. We won't get to see. So now we have 6, 8, 12 months of questioning what's up with Tony. So that's what's so different about the sport. I think it's both. I think maybe it was the camp, which is what we talked about. Maybe it was because he was preparing for basically literally the exact opposite of his style. Maybe it was that. Maybe Tony just wasn't feeling it. Maybe 2 weight cuts in a month fucking hurt him. Maybe Gaethje's fucking really fucking good. I think probably all the above. And the reason I say that about Gaethje specifically on the positive is because I don't even really take back my prediction. I did not. From what I've seen from Gaethje until last night, he's not really there in the late rounds. Like I thought. I'm not even gonna sit back and go, well, no, I wish I wouldn't have said that, because everything that we've known about Gaethje up until last night was, yeah, he'll probably fade after a couple rounds, and that's not good against Tony. But he really didn't. He fought very smart, and Trevor Whitman, his striking coach, kept saying, "Hey, motherfucker, like you're getting tired. You're trying to hit him hard. Like pull back a little bit on your punches, or you're gonna gas out." And even as bad as Tony looked last night, he doesn't get tired. You don't want to be gassed out fighting Tony. That's a fucking problem. So I thought he made the adjustments, and Gaethje was a really good sport about it. Remember when they showed Trevor Whitman in Gaethje's corner after the 4th round, and he goes, "Hey, last time you got too comfortable late in the round, you got stopped." And Gaethje said, "Yeah, twice." Like he was open about it. He's like, "Yep, yeah. I'm still gonna fight smart. I'm obviously walking away with it, but shit can get sideways quick." And he fought really smart. There's so many times he hurt Tony that Gaethje normally would just rush in like a bulldog and try to finish it, but he thought very smart. He was like, "I'm winning. My time will come." He's taking my shots. Justin Gaethje's left hook is nasty, dude. Oh my god, Jesus! I saw a meme that said, "Looks like Tony Ferguson looks like he just got in a fight with Tony Ferguson."
Yeah.
How cut up and battered he was. So I think it's all the above. I'm not going to sit here and shit on Tony or compliment Tony and say it was a bad night and that was the only reason for it. And I'm also not going to sit here and take anything away from Gaethje. I think it was, as one goes up, one goes down. And if that happens, the difference is big. I think Gaethje was on point, fought really smart. I also think he's a whole lot better than what most people thought he was. I wish you would take back what you and Travis had to say about Justin Gaethje that one time. You're like, I don't. You guys are like, who's he really fought though?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
he's good. I'm like, he's really good, guys. You're like, yeah, but he's fucking good, dude. He's the deal.
You impressed me, man.
He's the
But
deal.
for
Go,
now,
go.
Khabib, Tony, not
Rest in peace, Khabib
R.
Tony.
Dude. Um, do we think that Justin Gaethje can finish Khabib?
What a great segue. That is exactly what we should talk about next.
Yeah, because that's what's gonna happen.
Definitely can. He definitely can.
Dude, I just wish I would have seen.
I didn't say he will.
I know. I just really wish I would have seen like something on the ground to know. Like,
that's the problem.
Like I would have loved to see like Tony shoot, and then like if Justin just stuffed the shit out of Tony, like tell he was like a premier, like a better wrestler.
No, that wouldn't even do it for me because no one. Khabib's just the best wrestler. I would want to see Gaethje actually get taken down and see how he is on bottom. Because when you're fighting Khabib, that's where you're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would want to have seen. I'd want to see how does Justin Gaethje A, fight on bottom, B, work submissions on bottom, or C, how well does he get back to his feet? Like, I'm going to say it. You're going to make fun of me, but like Michael Bisping was so well known for. Excellent at getting back up to his feet after getting taken down. Maybe the best in the game. Joe Rogan always would call it has the best defensive guard in the game. Because Michael Bisping was always safe when you were on top. Like, you could land shots, but he just always kept himself safe, and he was very good at standing back up from his back. So, I wanted to see if Gaethje could do A, get back to his feet over constantly, or B, stay safe from, Khabib's got the best ground and pound in the business. If he could stay safe and stay away from shots on bottom, or see if he could maybe work submissions. I mean, I don't think he would ever submit Tony Ferguson, but, and you're right, we didn't get to see that. So that is what bothers me. And that is why, again, we've said it 1,000 times. That's why Tony and Khabib was such a good fight, because Khabib's going to take Tony down. We all know that. And that's why we don't care, because Tony's so good on bottom. Like, he's fine. He doesn't even mind being there. Like, the way he'll slice you up with his elbows from the bottom. He'll throw up submissions. He'll attack your leg from bottom. He'll do everything. That's what made that matchup so fun. It was like, yeah, Khabib's going to take him down. Like, that, we don't care about that. Like, we want to see what happens next. We want to see the offensive Khabib on top versus the defensive Tony on bottom. That's why the fight was so fun. But now we just got to see how good is Justin Gaethje's defensive wrestling, right?
Yeah. And if he's like everyone else that Khabib's ever fought,
I don't think he's ever fought a guy with a wrestling pedigree as Gaethje. I don't think so. I can't imagine Khabib not being able to take down everyone, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what's a bummer. What's a bummer is if he takes Gaethje down, I feel like what would stop him from mauling him? We assume Gaethje doesn't have the submissions from bottom like Tony does. We assume he doesn't have strikes from bottom like Tony does. No one has strikes on bottom like really besides Tony, and Nico Price kind of does. But so yeah, I guess we're just going to see how hard Gaethje is to take down, which is exciting. But obviously it's exciting. But dude, imagine if Khabib does have a hard time getting Gaethje down.
That'd be awesome.
And Gaethje's just
that'd be huge
fucking him up.
Huge for you wrestling.
And Gaethje, I don't think anyone can take the shots like Tony did last night. Not even Khabib.
I don't know. I think Khabib could will his way through those shots somehow.
I don't think his will would have. I think it has something to do with your brain. Tony Ferguson doesn't have a normal brain. He's a different. Like I think Rogan said last night, he's a different human. Khabib has a great will to win, but that will doesn't stop your brain from getting shut off after getting smacked by Justin Gaethje. You know, a knockout's not you quitting; that's your brain quitting. I don't. Dude, Tony ate the craziest shots that knock out everybody. I don't think Khabib can eat those shots.
I
don't
don't
think so.
Dude, if that fight were to like, dude, I think like if he can
I think
stop
if Gaethje landed those shots, if Gaethje landed the shots he landed in round 1 or 2 on Khabib, I think Khabib is going to
Dude,
light
see,
the
here's
fuck
the
out.
deal though, is like so like Khabib is not gonna stand up with him though. He is going to swarm him to grab him, clinch him as soon as he gets an
You're
opportunity.
right. No, you're right. But as you're walking him down, I mean, that if Gaethje can catch him as Khabib's coming in, that just makes the shot more powerful.
Mm.
If Khabib is lunging in and Gaethje times that left hook, dude, oh my god, I don't know, man. It's a fun fight. It's definitely not as fun as Tony Khabib. Like, it's definitely not. But if Gaethje's hard to take down and Khabib has trouble, Khabib's in serious trouble on his feet for sure. Another thing I want to talk about. I said it. I don't know if we said it on the show. Yeah, I think we did with Eddie actually. I thought Tony was going to win, but it doesn't change my mind. I think Conor McGregor should fight the loser. I think Conor McGregor should fight Tony.
I mean, yeah.
And here's what I have to say about that.
What?
Basically the same thing that we said when we predicted Gaethje and Tony. But now I'm saying it because, dude, after those shots I saw Tony take last night, I think Conor's gonna have a hard time putting him away. And Conor definitely gets tired. He gets tired more than anyone in the whole UFC. If Tony can eat shots like that Conor throws at him, Conor's in trouble because he will get tired, 100%. So before I thought Conor and Tony was a good matchup for Conor because Tony gets hit, but apparently he gets hit and he takes it pretty well. So I don't know, man. It's obviously a fun fight, but I think I'd favor Tony more now than I would before because he can take a shot. So I don't know. I think I think it should happen either way. It would be super fun, and they don't fucking like each other. So
Yeah. So, do you think we'll ever see Tony Khabib ever? I'm scared Khabib's ass will retire before it would happen anyway.
no, I don't think it will because
fucking Cejudo.
Let's say he beats Gaethje and he's still the champion. If he fights again, it'll be probably a rematch with Conor or something.
Yeah, so Tony is 36 right now. So
yeah, I don't know. I think that's it. I mean, the sport so changes, every day, so it's hard to tell. But I think we need to see Justin Gaethje and Khabib first, and then I think here's how we'd see the fight. If Justin Gaethje beat Khabib, no, Khabib would probably get an immediate rematch. Being the champ for so long, he'd probably run it right back. I was gonna say if Gaethje beat Khabib, then we'd see him and Tony for no belt. But Khabib undefeated for all this time. If he lost, he'd get a rematch right away for sure.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, probably not. I probably won't ever see it. It's the one that got away, dude.
No one will ever know what would have happened.
It's the one that got away big time. I mean, fingers crossed. Maybe 2 years down the line we'll see.
Dude, but then we'll see a 38-year-old Tony.
Yeah,
versus I mean,
why not? Michael Bisping won the belt like 38. No big deal.
Okay, well, you need to cut out Michael Bisping thoughts right now.
It's relevant.
And
I don't think it was actually 38. I think it was 37. But it's relevant. Yeah, I don't think so. I think the ship sailed, man. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't.
More than likely. I would like to see Tony and Conor though, for sure. I'd like to see that. But so that was UFC 249. We finished off Alex 1. This is not something that's going to be card by card. We're just going to keep it going. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do anyways.
For the numbers, like UFC 250, we'll do it again. Not
No,
every.
I'm saying we'll just no, but the ones we picked. Yeah, okay. I see.
Yeah, I'm saying like
Yeah.
fully picking.
For pay-per-view. We'll
Yeah.
do it for all pay-per-view cards. Let's say that.
Yeah.
All pay-per-view cards. Well, we'll keep count. I mean, I'll probably say who I think's going to win on fights, but we won't tally up and shit. So we're going to keep the score, though. I got 5. Alex has 7. We'll keep it, and we'll just keep it going for all pay-per-views. That sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So what's next, Alex?
So we do have, so because of all this shit and everything's closed, they're just stacking cards. So we got a UFC fight night for Wednesday, and it is headlined by Anthony Smith versus Glover Teixeira. So the odds are out. So right now, Anthony Lionheart Smith is the favorite at -172. Glover Teixeira is the underdog at +144. Definitely gonna hope this line doesn't change for me.
You like Glover?
No, dude. I like Anthony Smith, and only at -172. Like, that's worth the risk.
Oh, okay. I thought you just meant because there was an underdog. No, I like Anthony Smith too in that fight. I think he's gonna knock him out.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, so
Glover has a lot of submissions,
3-fight win streak, but so he has 2 submission. Carl Robertson, Ion Kutabala.
Oh, Ion Kutalabe.
Yeah, there you go.
That was one with the real crazy stoppage we watched. That was when Travis came on.
Yeah, and then Nikita Krolovoy in a split decision. And then, so he's on a 3-fight win streak, but you compare that to Anthony Johnson.
Anthony Smith.
Oh my God, Anthony Smith. Who, like, was on a 3-fight win streak, then fights John Jones, who's, like, arguably the greatest fighter of all time, and pound for pound.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, so pretty good. So, and he held his own there. I mean,
he got his ass kicked.
He got his ass kicked, but he didn't get KO'd. He went all 5, made it a decision against John Jones, and then he fucking submits Gustafsson.
That was super impressive,
choke, dude. So
put him to sleep too. Gustafsson went out.
I mean, he got his house.
He's good, dude.
Or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. If only it was fucking Gustafsson that broke into his house because he struggled with that little guy.
Yeah, he struggled with the crackhead.
The little crackhead. He really had a hard time with that guy.
Yeah.
You can choke out Alexander Gustafsson, but this little
dude, it does say on Wikipedia though, the kid that broke into his house is an accomplished former high school wrestler.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
So listen, I think I heard the download from Schaub and I think Rogan. Anthony Smith beat the shit out of that guy.
Yeah, probably.
The guy was just still there and fighting back. That's what Anthony Smith was so surprised about. I saw Anthony Smith right afterward. He didn't have a mark on him. It was the hardest fight ever. It was the hardest fight ever. I'm like, dude, you just basically beat the shit out of some guy, and you're like, oh god, he's still okay. He's coming back for more. He just kept beating this guy up. This guy probably looked like he fucking went through a meat grinder.
Crack is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, we talked about it before on the show. Like, why wouldn't you just choke him out? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Weird move.
I'm gonna piece this guy up.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so he's fighting Glover Teixeira, who's 40.
Yeah. I like Anthony Smith big time.
It must be a big ageist, bro. But if you're up there, man, I get like the prime is like 33.
But DC's fucking 40 and he's a stud.
I know. I hate DC, so.
I used to hate him. I don't hate him anymore.
I know. He's starting the more.
He's actually fucking like really nice.
Funny. Yeah.
He's like nice.
It makes it hard to hate him. Like he is, like he does, like he made me laugh last night, and I was like, "Fuck, I hate him." Why? Like,
no, I don't. I used to hate him, and I know Travis hates him, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck DC." And then I've always heard Rogan talk. He's like, people boo DC. It's insane. He's like one of the nicest guys like I've ever met ever. And I'm like, no, fuck DC. And like the more I watch him and listen to him, and even his pre-fight stuff, I'm like, he's really not unlikable. He's actually dude. Him and have you ever heard him and Khabib, because they both train AKA? Have you ever heard them like bullshit with each other? It's fucking hilarious. They're like older brother, like just is fucking with each other. It's really funny. And Khabib has the broken English. It's fucking hilarious. And I've seen them rolling, and Khabib's like working arm trial. He's like, "You ain't gonna submit me, Khabib. You ain't never gonna submit me." Obviously, DC's fucking way bigger, but he's having fun with them. He's like giving him like a submission, like DC's like getting out.
Dude,
Like,
and yeah, like
submit me.
how about two different fighters crediting uh DC for like literally helping them win because they could hear his commentary.
Oh, they said that?
Yeah, both Esparza and Greg Hardy said that they could hear DC's comments while they were fighting, and they adjusted based on what he was saying.
No way.
Yeah, you didn't read those articles? Yeah, I thought you would. Yeah. Both
No.
Esparza and Greg Hardy
I mean,
said
it makes
that
sense.
DC directly, they could hear him and adjusted based off of what he was saying.
Well, I mean, what do you do? There's no fucking crowd.
Yeah, like that's
You know,
that's why during the fight, like Joe Rogan and them were like, we got to start whispering, man. Like,
Joe Rogan got a lot of shit at one point. Because fuck, who was it? I don't remember who it was. Someone had someone in a triangle, and they're really close to the fence where Rogan was sitting. This is way before quarantine, all this shit. This was years ago, and Rogan was commentating, talking. He's like, you got the arm bar, whatever. He's like, she needs to pull the head. She needs to pull the head to get the finish. I guess people were giving shit. They're like, he was yelling that, like he was basically coaching them. And so people probably upset about that. I didn't know about that.
Dude, you're a fan of the sport. Sorry, they can hear you. Like,
that's true. I'm just saying.
I mean, I guess that would piss me off if I was the other guy. Like,
I mean, who cares?
I like that the announcers are excited about the thing they're watching. Like,
oh yeah,
for them because like,
dude, when Rogan yells, "Oh, it's one of the best!" It's like so exciting. I love it.
Yeah, but two of them said like DC directly into the fight based on what he was yelling.
I didn't even hear that. That's hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna state it on record. I don't hate DC. I think he's actually pretty cool.
I think he's a cool guy.
He's definitely one of the best commentators.
Yeah.
Rogan and DC are the dynamic duo.
Mm.
But I even said that when I thought I hated DC. I was like, yeah, I fucking hate him, but he's really good at commentating. I think Dominic Cruz is one of my favorites too. He's technically so smart, right? The way he,
I think he's coming back, man. He'll fight again.
I hope so. I think he looked good, dude. For 4 years off, he looked pretty good.
Yeah,
he looked pretty fucking good. Dominic Cruz he's a legend, you know. Probably the best bantamweight of all time. Has to be, actually, and probably still will be if Cejudo retires. He fought in bantamweight twice. You know, you're obviously not going to count him. But yeah. Anyways, so I like him. We went on a tangent there. I like Anthony Smith. I like Anthony Smith in that fight for sure. Probably.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna bet on that one.
Probably not. He's a really cool dude too. I like him a lot.
So the other one.
He's got sick tats. You've seen his tats? His tats are nice. I'm not like a tat head, but I see some and I'm like, dude, those are nice. His are fucking cool. And then we got Ben Roethlisberger and Ovince St. Preux. Ovince St. Preux moving up to heavyweight. Interesting. I don't know.
St. Preux is the minus 125 favorite over Ben Rothwell at plus 130.
I think he meant 152, not 125.
Oh, whoops, 152, minus 152. Lines change every day, okay?
That's true. No, I was just reading. Either you read it backwards or I'm cross-eyed, one of the two. I got them Justin Gaethje eyes. Ovince St. Preux is fucking good. He, there's been a lot of talk of probably just jiu-jitsu water cooler rumor, but of them renaming the Von Flue choke the OSP choke, because he gets the Von Flue choke on fucking everybody. That's a very rare choke. You very rarely see it. OSP gets it like every fight. So, but he's moving up to heavyweight. It's Ben Roth. Ben Roth was the sloppy looking white dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take OSP, even though this is his first fight at heavyweight. Whatever. I'll pick OSP.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
But I don't really care. Sorry. I
Yeah.
love I think we've talked about it before. I watch every fight and I love the fights, but sometimes they're just people. Like I hope it's a great fight, but there's the people in general. Like I don't really care like who wins. You know
Well,
what
I
I
mean,
mean?
it's not like it's gonna bust open a division or.
Yeah, just like whatever. I hope it's obviously I hope it's a good fight. I watch them all, but I don't really care who wins. You know, just don't really care. I'm hoping for a good fight.
I guess we'll read.
Go ahead.
I guess we'll just read off the other ones then.
Sure. Alexander Hernandez versus Drew Dober. Rogan was talking how Drew Dober's a stud. I'm not familiar with him, but I do know.
The favorite at -120.
Yeah, I'm not unless the name is just escaping me and I'd know his face. But he's fighting Alexander Hernandez. Alexander Hernandez can eat the biggest dick in the world.
You hate him.
Yeah, I don't like him. He watches my stories on Instagram sometimes though, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him. Too, he's the only person like ever. Well, Nate Diaz did, but Nate Diaz is a thug. To just fucking just talk the maddest shit to Cowboy for no fucking reason at all, and then you get your ass kicked, and then he had the nerve to fucking talk shit on Cowboy after the Conor fight. It's like, dude, he fucked you up. Like he destroyed you. You can't really talk shit. He was like, that was pathetic. That's so embarrassing. Whatever. I'm like, okay, well, that guy just beat the shit out of you. So how do you think you doing there against Conor?
Yeah.
So yeah, Alexander Hernandez can be a giant dick. Judo all day long. I know who it is. I pick him.
Okay. Then we have Carl Robinson +150 underdog versus Marvin Vettori, who's the -178 favorite at middleweight, and then bantamweight we have Ricky Simon, the favorite. Ricky Simone.
I think he's an Oregon guy.
-184 favorite versus Ray Borg +156 underdog.
This is worth mentioning. This is at bantamweight. As we know, Ray Borg missed weight at flyweight, so he's moving up. So he's doing the right thing.
Well, that's good for him then. Like maybe he'll like fucking smack some people now that he doesn't have to cut.
I like both these guys. Ricky Simone, I feel like hasn't. I don't know. I feel like he's good, but he just can't put it together. Like I remember, I really thought when Uriah Faber came back, he was fighting Ricky Simone, and Uriah Faber looked so good against him. I think he knocked him out, and I was like, I thought Simone was going to mop the floor with him, but I don't know. Should be fun. I think both guys are really good. This is Ray Borg's first fight, to my knowledge, at bantamweight. So hopefully his weight cut isn't an issue he has missed before.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really care who wins.
So that's a Wednesday card. Pretty rare. I think it's only on ESPN Plus.
Most of them are. I'm surprised the one on the 16th is on ESPN.
Yeah, so the one on
they don't do that many cards on ESPN. They're almost always on ESPN Plus.
Well, I think ESPN's probably like give us some content.
Yeah, it's looking like the 16th one is going to be on ESPN.
Yeah, that's what Google.
Which is a much better card.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because it's on Saturday. Like it makes sense the Wednesday card to not be as good.
Yeah.
You know, I really like Anthony Smith and Teixeira on there, but other than that,
yeah, I think I might. I don't know. I'll play with some parlays. We'll see what the odds boost are. You know.
I actually like this card quite a bit. This 16th card. I like Eric Anders a lot. Edson Barbosa and Dan Ige, I think is how you say it. It's a really fucking fun fight. And my fight of the night, B. Claudia Gadelha versus Angela Hill in the co-main event. I mean, that should be the main event if you ask me. But I'm a giant. I really like both these ladies, actually. But Claudia Gadelha is like my favorite strawweight for sure. I like her a lot. And then we got Alistair Overeem versus Walt Harris.
Overeem is underdog +140. Walt Harris is the favorite -166.
I'll just briefly say all mine, and then you can say yours, Alex.
Okay.
We'll make it quick. I don't like to get super personal on the show, but we talked about it with Walt Harris and his daughter being murdered. That's like not that long ago. That's like obviously probably as traumatic as anything can be in your life. So I really want him to win because just because of that. We said it last episode. to come back to the sport you love after times like that, I would imagine a loss would be devastating. So I really want him to win, just to, just some joy back in his life. You know what I mean? After your daughter's murdered, like, I don't know, like the fact he's even coming back is pretty awesome. So I really want him to win, even though I am an Overeem fan. So I want Walt Harris to win for his daughter. And then definitely Claudia Day. That's my girl. I do like Angela Hill a lot, though. I think she's a stud. She's the Cowboys throwing of the fucking strawweight division now. She is coming up on his record as most active fight. She fought like 6 times last year or something. She fights all the time, almost as frequent or maybe more frequent than Cerrone. So that she's a stud for sure. Really, really good Muay Thai striker. Came into MMA. But she's fighting my girl Claudia Gadelia. And Claudia Gadelia, well, last night, as far as if you said she took down Watterson? I wasn't really watching that one.
Mm-hmm.
She
did.
So, okay, well, as far as and Gadelia were tied for most takedowns in women's, at least strawweight division history. So, as far as the probably is up a couple now. But I know for a fact Angela Hill is pretty much exclusively a Muay Thai striker. I think Claudia Day could fucking maul her on the ground. That's all I'm starting to think. Not that she will. Maybe she'll have a hard time getting the takedown. Angela Hill striking is so good, but I can foresee. I don't know the odds. Can you pull those up real quick?
Yeah, so Gadelia is the favorite at -190. Angela Hill, underdog at +160.
Okay, yeah. I agree with those odds. I think Gadelia's a monster, dude. She's a fucking grappling monster. I think she could fucking take down Angela Hill and maul her. That's what I'm predicting. Maybe a submission, maybe a ground and pound TKO, but I like Gadelia in that fight. I do. I'm pretty confident in Gadelia in that fight. And then I'm taking way too long, so I was going to be quick. I like that fight a lot, so I'll be quick for the next ones. Dan Ige and Edson Barbosa. I'm going to go Ige. I don't know the odds, but
Barbosa.
I'll go Ige. Is he?
Yep, -124.
I'll go Ige.
He's underdog 106.
I'm
+106.
going to Ige. I like Barbosa. He's got some of the nastiest kicks in the game, but I'll go Ige. Ige's fun to watch. They're both pretty fun to watch, entertaining fighters. So that should be fun. I like that fight a lot. And this guy Eric Anders fighting, he has a really good record, but I don't know who that guy is. Some Russian guy or something.
The underdog +112 against.
Is that Anders?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't. Like I said, we're not keeping track. I'm gonna pick Anders. Eric Anders is a tough son of a bitch, and I don't really know the other guy, so I'll pick Anders, and then Marlon Vera versus Song. Oh, I know Song Yadong. I'll take Song Yadong. I'm not overly familiar with the other guy, so I'll take Song Yadong, and we're not keeping track, but that's mine. Alex, you can do a quick one through if you want of your picks, unless you just don't want to.
No, I'm okay. I don't know enough about these guys. I gotta research these guys.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good card. I know Eric Anders really well, Barboza and Ige really well, Angela Hill, Gadelia really well, and Walt Harrison. I mean, pretty much the whole main card except for Song. I know Song Yadong too, but I like the main card. I like it. I'm not real confident. I'm not gonna do enough research to say submission, knockout, whatever. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I really just care about the Gadelia fight.
Sounds like it.
That's my main event.
All right, so we get some fights though, you know.
Wednesday and Saturday.
Wednesday and Saturday.
Fuck yeah.
And
then what's next?
So MMA news.
Yeah, not a whole lot of MMA news, just some little quick stuff.
So Tony Ferguson broke his face last night.
He did. Fractured orbital bone. Yep. Not surprising. Gaethje hits really hard, and he hit Tony a lot. So
yeah, dude.
It's probably to Tony's not in his favorite that he didn't go out. You know, he just that's probably why he broke his face. He just kept eating shots. So if he had knocked out, he probably would have been all right. But now he fucking broke his face bone. Yeah, Gaethje hits really fucking hard. You know, he doesn't usually hit you that many times. It's only a matter of time, I guess. That's pretty crazy. Just a fun fact. And then go ahead. What's next?
Woodley versus Gilbert Burns looking like it will be happening May 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting on contracts to be signed.
I think Burns signed his end. I think we're still waiting on Woodley to prance around it. You know, I gotta give props to Woodley though, because this is a very risky fight for him to fight a guy that low in the rankings. You know what I mean? After your last fight being you losing your belt, and he's fighting like the 10th guy. So props to him. I think it's a bold move. I said it, and I almost said tweeted. I posted this on Instagram, and Gilbert Burns liked it. No big deal. So he's ready for it to be signed. I like Burns.
I know.
Well, obviously, we'll go in way more detail with it if it gets official. Short prediction. I think Burns will win, man. And that would be huge for Burns. It would be huge positively for Burns and huge negatively for Woodley.
Mm-hmm.
If Burns wins, that's not good look for Woodley. Yeah. But anyways, so hopefully I get signed because that's a pretty fun fight.
And then we have Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz talking shit to each other. So always fun.
Yeah, it's been done a lot.
So who commented first?
Nate Diaz did for sure.
Okay. Shut your bitch ass up.
I think he was commenting on someone else said something about Conor. I think he was saying "shut your bitch ass up," like to whoever was tweeting it, and then Conor came in as the hero and saved the day and defended whoever. And it was like, what he said? He said, "Shut your eyelid and sign the contract." I think he's just yapping. I don't think there's a contract.
I don't know. I bet
he's just yapping.
Dude, I feel like Jorge is who deserves the next shot at Conor. Who deserves the big belt, like the big purse? It's got to be Jorge. For Fight Island?
Jorge needs the next shot at the real belt, I think.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I don't agree. If besides that, then that's the fight I want to see. I want to see Jorge and Conor. But Jorge just being the OG he has been and been in the game for fucking 16 years, I just don't want to see him fuck up his one title shot. You know what I mean? I want him to at least. I think Usman is definitely the favorite and probably would win and wrestle fuck George to death. But he needs a shot. He needs a title shot. So, you know, Conor's not going anywhere. He could lose the title shot and still fight Conor. You know what I mean? But if you lose to Conor, you might not get the title shot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I would like to see Nate Diaz in Conor 3. I would. Why not?
Yeah.
But I think he's just yapping. I don't think there's a contract. I want to see Conor. I want to see Conor and Tony next to. That's all I want to see. That is what I want to see. Is that it for us?
That's it. That's all we got.
That's it. All right. Well, it was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed last night's card. I thought it was really good. So, nothing else for you?
No.
All right. Well, I will give one more shout out to our new apparel sponsor, Schismatic Industries. I already said where to find them in the beginning of the show. I won't do it again. And also Guardian Oil. We're waiting on those packages. Can't wait to try these products out. And Alex, if you have anything else, you guys can follow me on Instagram at DriverMMA. And you can email us on the doctor and the driver 1 at gmail.com. It's the digit 1, not the word. So the doctor and the driver number 1 at gmail.com. And Alex will, when he posts this, will hopefully post the links to Schismatic Industries and Guardian Oil, all that shit.
Sure.
I think we would make our sponsors happy if we did that.
It's because I'm a real producer.
You are a real producer. And we have real sponsors, which is cool.
Yeah.
We have shit coming in the mail for us. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, before you know it, we'll be like Joe Rogan, just like reaching over, like, here, just have some liquid.
Yeah, dude, I'm on it. They just sent. Well, I guess he owns on it.
He owns on it, but like Liquid IV and all that shit. Like,
dude, try
I just
this.
have one of
Try
these.
my layered coffee, bro. You just, yeah, dude.
They just send me a shit. They just send me a shit ton of this stuff.
Yeah. Here, try one. They're in the fridge.
You know what's funny is that I usually listen to the JRE on YouTube, and then here recently I've been doing on Apple Podcasts, and that's where all his plugs are. Like the beginning of the beginning of an Apple Podcast show, he does advertisements for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're super long. But then none of those are on YouTube. So like YouTube, like he's always talking about all these sponsors. I'm like, they just send him shit like he don't even say anything. But
YouTube monetizes his views already, so you don't really have to have sponsors on YouTube because he gets paid for you.
I gotcha. Okay, but yeah, I was listening to Apple Podcasts. I'm like, damn, he plugs the shit out of companies. I'm like, holy shit. But yeah, so I'll see you next week, and pretty excited. We'll have 2 cards to talk about then.
Probably hear more about Fight Island and
Fight Island, dude. Fuck yeah. I don't think there's anything else. I think that's it. You want to wrap it up?
Yep.
I see you guys. I already said where to follow me, so follow me. All that good shit. And Alex has a Twitter, I think, maybe. You still have a Twitter?
Yeah.
Did you give up on it?
Okay.
Did you give up on it, or are you still
Dude,
messing with it?
There's a lot going on, okay?
All right. So we have a Twitter somewhere. I think it's on our YouTube page, something like that.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah. Alex doesn't do shit. Listen, whatever. You do enough for the show. You don't really need to worry about YouTube fucking around. I'll do my best I try to stay active on the Instagram for the show.
Uh-huh.
It's the least I can do since you do all the other shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll see you probably next Sunday.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll have 2 cards to talk about. So everyone, buy fuckers and wash your hands and try out these fucking rash guards and this body oil, man.
All right. Bye.
All right. See you guys.